Hello friends, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. My name is Bree and today I'm going to be telling you whether or not you should read every book that I've read in 2025 so far with a yes, no, or maybe. Plus maybe a few extra words. Let's get into it. Okay, I saw one of my friends do this on TikTok and I did a really quick TikTok video, but then I was like, you know what? I want to talk more about each of these books and why they're yes, no, or maybe. So I decided to make this long form video. So the last book that I finished was Wildcard by Elsie Silver. This is a yes, 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely ate it up. I loved everything about it. Then I read the Briar You series. I did a reread of it. The Dare is a no for me. I just did not like Taylor at all. I loved Connor. I loved all the found family moments of the hockey team, but she was a no for me. Then The Risk, The Play, and The Chase are all yeses for me. I absolutely ate them up. I gave them all 5 stars. They are phenomenal hockey romance books. I also did a reread of the Off Campus series, and every single book in that is a yes. The Deal, a yes. The Mistake, a yes. The Score, a yes. And The Goal, a yes. All of these are 4 or 5 stars. I ate them up. I so love them. The found family and hockey romance of this series is just unmatched. But then you have The Legacy, and this is a no. I don't think this book was necessary. I think it kind of ruins the characters and it just was not for me. The next book was The Robin on the Oak Throne. Unfortunately, this is a no for me. I absolutely loved The Wren in the Holly Library. I gave it 5 stars. I was super excited for this and it just did not work for me. Everything about it, honestly. I felt like there was so much unnecessary smut. The plot was going in crazy directions but wasn't resolved any, and the ending made me so mad. No. Then we have Love Arranged. This is the final book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. This is a yes. I absolutely loved it. I didn't love it as much as I thought, but I still really, really loved it. So it's a yes. Then we have Burn Bright, which was one of my most anticipated reads of the year, and it totally was worth it. It's a yes, 1,000 times a yes. I can't wait for every single book in the Cobalt Empire. Next is Love and Other Killers, which is a novella following the couples from the Ruinous Love trilogy, which wasn't my favorite trilogy to begin with, so this was still a maybe. It was okay, it just wasn't like a favorite for me, but it was a solid novella for when I had nothing else to read. Lessons in Heartbreak by Carla Sorensen. This is a yes, I loved it, I love her books. Then we have the Rom-Commers. This is a total yes. I think this is my favorite Catherine Center yet. I'm still making my way through her backlist really slowly, and some of them have been hit or miss for me, but this was 1,000% a yes. Then we have Endless Anger. This was a no, I hated it. Next, we have Crazy Love by Willow Astor. This was the last book in the Single Dad Playbook series, and this was a yes, hands down, my favorite in the series. Then we have Overruled by Lana Ferguson, and this was a no. I think Lana Ferguson just may not be for me. The only book by her I've liked is The Fake Mate, and the rest of them have been no's or maybes, so maybe I should just stop reading her. Then we have Black Swan Affair. This is a yes, 1,000%. I think everyone needs to read this. It is so freaking good. Then we have The Love Haters by Catherine Center. This is a maybe. I gave this 3.5. I liked it. I just didn't love it. Accomplice to the Villain. This is 100% a yes. I loved it. I love this series. This is the perfect campy, quirky, silly, romantic fantasy vibe. Next is Kingdom of Ash. I did a slow reread of Throne of Glass this whole year. Every single book in that series is a yes. Throne of Glass, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, Queen of Shadows. Those are my tops, obviously. But then you have Heir of Fire, Crown of Midnight, Throne of Glass, The Assassin's Blade. All of those are yeses too. Every single book is a yes. The whole series is a yes. If you haven't read it, what are you doing with your life? Then we have Slapshot by Chelsea Curto. That is a yes. And Power Play and Face Off are maybe yeses. I liked them. I didn't love them. I gave them both 3.5 stars. They're still really good. But Slapshot is 100% a yes. Then we have Silver Elite. This was a yes for me. I absolutely loved it. I know there's a lot of controversy around it, but I think the controversy is dumb, to be honest, and I ate it up. This was perfect for a very quick bingeable dystopian read. Then we have The Night and the Moth, one of my top reads of the year. Rachel Gillick just writes the best world building I've ever read. I absolutely love this. It was so freaking good. Then we have the Deception trilogy plus the prequel, which is Consumed by Deception, Tempted by Deception, and Vow of Deception. These are all maybes. I think I gave them all 3 or 3.5 stars. Just wasn't my favorite by Rena Kent. It was okay. But the prequel, Dark Deception, no, you don't need to read that. It literally is at the beginning of the first book, so don't even bother. Then we have My Oxford Year. This is a yes. Do not watch the movie. The ending of the movie made me so mad. The ending of the book is so much better. So good. Then we have Falling Stars by Lex Martin. I absolutely ate this book up. It's definitely a yes. Next is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I gave this a yes. The audiobook was so good. Then The Perfect Divorce. This is a no. The first book was okay, but this is definitely a no. I did not like it at all. The Marriage Effect is a yes, The X Effect is a yes, and The Bombshell Effect is a yes. All three of these books were so good. They're super bingeable and super short and the perfect like palate cleanser football romance. Amid Clouds and Bones, this is a yes. I ate this up. This is a standalone romantasy with no world building and just like romantasy characters. I ate it up. It was perfect for when I was in a slump. Bourbons and Secrets, this is a yes. I absolutely loved it. Bourbons and Lies is also a yes, and I'm reading the third book now, and I'm just really digging this whole series. Our Infinite Fates, this is a maybe. I was honestly super bored at times. I thought the premise of it was really good and unique, but I was so bored that by the time I got to the twist, I wasn't as blown away as I probably would have been. But it's a very atmospheric fall read, and there were parts I enjoyed. It just overall was mid. A Court of Silver Flames, this is a million times yes. My all-time favorite book. Like, it's always going to be a yes. Check and Mate is a no. I hated this. YA books should not have spice. I will stand on that hill until the day that I die. This is just a no. I'm sorry. The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, also a no. The world building was terrible and almost non-existent. I was so confused. I wanted to love it so bad. I just did not. The 5-Star Weekend, this is a maybe. This was my first Ellen Hildebrand and I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I thought it was really good and the audio was really good. We Were Liars, this is a maybe because honestly I was confused. They're like 90% of the book. But I was reading it and having a good time, but I didn't know what was happening until the end. So, it's a maybe. We'll Always Have Summer, It's Not Summer Without You, The Summer I Turned Pretty. They're all maybes. I feel like if I was reading that in high school, middle school, I would absolutely be eating it up. But as an adult, it just wasn't my favorite. But I'm so glad I read it, so they're all 3 stars. Chasing Shelter, this is a yes. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Catherine Cowles, but it was still like a 4 or 5-star read. The Thrashers by Julie Soto, I was obsessed with this. I thought it was so unique and so fun. The audio was the perfect amount of eerie, a great fall read. Sounds Like Love, I love this, 4 stars. The audio was so good. The Night Prince and The Wolf King, both were 4 and 3.5 stars. I highly recommend both of them. This is giving like the Vampire Diaries, but with wolves. It's a Love Story, this was a maybe. I like Annabelle Monaghan's books, but this one just didn't hit the same for me as her others, but the audio was still really good. Bull Rush is a yes. I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait to read the next book. Ride the Sky and Burn the Wild by Ava Hunter were both 5 stars for me, and I highly recommend both of them. I just really love her small town cowboy romance books. Problematic Summer Romance, this was a yes. Allie Hazelwood is very hit or miss for me, heavy on the miss, but this book was a yes. I really enjoyed it. The Mind F series, every single book in it was good, so it's a yes. I think I gave it a range of like 3 to 5 stars for each book, but only like one of them was 3. The rest were all so good. Birding with Benefits, this was a maybe. I just felt like there was a lot of smut in here for the type of book it was, but I enjoyed the unique romance aspect and the difference about it, so it was a really good time. It just wasn't my favorite. Atmosphere is a no. I hated this. This is my least favorite Taylor Jenkins read of all time. I'm really disappointed in it, guys. Wicked Love is, again, a part of the Single Dad's Playbook book. It was okay, just not my favorite, so it's a maybe. Reckless Love is also a maybe. Again, not my favorite, but it's still like a solid romance book. All This Twisted Glory, These Infinite Threads, and This Woven Kingdom are all yeses. All These Twisted Glory was 5 stars. Phenomenal. I cannot wait for the next book. These Infinite Threads is the second book. It was good. Not amazing, but good. Solid 4. This Woven Kingdom, I gave 3.5. It was really slow in the building, but the world building was very intricate, and she just has such a lyrical way of writing, so it still is really good. It just wasn't my favorite of the series. All in all, though, this series, highly recommend. It's a yes. Kiss of the Basilisk is a no. I hated this. I thought it had a very unique premise and could have been really good, but it just did not work at all. A Royal Mile and On Love Rose Lane. This is the second gen of the On Dublin Street series. They are both yeses for me. I really enjoyed them. All of the Will Trent books I read this year. There are a lot. I think there's like 4 or 5, 6, 7 on here. They were all yeses. Will Trent books hit every time for me. The audio is fantastic. I just love them. They're the perfect police procedural thriller book that also has a dash of romance. Never Keep. This was a maybe, leaning towards no. I was just really bored and I didn't care about these characters near as much as I did the characters in Zodiac Academy. Releasing 10 is a maybe. I enjoyed this. I gave it 3.5 stars. I was way harsher on it when it was still categorized as YA, but now it no longer is, so I feel a lot more comfortable with it. I still feel like this book is very heavy and won't be for everyone. I highly recommend checking all of your triggers in multiple reviews and just know that it deals with really dark and heavy things. But I did like getting more insight into both Huey and Lizzie as characters. Rewind It Back, 5 out of 5 stars. One of my top books of the year. It's a definite yes. Wild and Wrangled is a no. Did not like it at all. Hated it. Can't Get Enough, also no. Both of those were highly anticipated reads for me and they just didn't work in any universe. Picture Perfect, yes. I absolutely love this by Tessa Bailey. It was the perfect conclusion to this series, unless we're getting another book. Either way, I loved it. Any Trope But You, no. A lot of my friends really loved this, and so I was expecting to love it, and I just didn't at all. Phantasma, it's a maybe. I liked it, I didn't love it. I was expecting to love it a lot more. I just needed something else from it. I don't know what that is, but it just didn't hit the way that I thought it would. First Time Caller is a yes. I absolutely love this book. The audio is fantastic. This is my favorite BK Borison book. Bouquets and Buckles, this is a maybe. It was a really short novella. It's basically smut and getting to know the guy, so it's like super short and quick. Just not my favorite, but it is a lot of people's. So Chasing the Wild is also maybe. I loved it, but it's not going to be for everyone. The tropes are. And same with Braving the Storm. I gave it a maybe. They're both solid books in my opinion. They're just not going to be for everyone. Heart of My Monster, Lies of My Monster, and Blood of My Monster. I loved Heart of My Monster the most. It's definitely a yes. The other two are yes/maybe, depending on how much you like mafia books. But for me, they were all yeses, and I really enjoyed all of them. This is my favorite Rena Kent so far. I haven't read that many, but this takes the cake so far. On Wings of Blood, this was a no for me. I feel like that's very unpopular, but it just is what it is. The Twisted Throne, this is a yes. I cannot wait for the last book. Sawyer, maybe no. I just did not love this as much as I wanted to, and the first two books are 5 stars. This was just okay. Great Big Beautiful Life. This is a yes for me. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't like it, but not me. I loved it. Dire Bound, one of my top books of the year. It's a yes, so good. The Syndicator, The Annihilator, The Finisher, The Predator, The Emperor, The Reaper. This is the Mafia series by Runix, and I really enjoyed it. The last 2 books did not hit the same for me. Those are maybes, but the first 4 books were so good. They were all yeses. Broken Country, that's a yes. I love the audiobook, so good. Stealing Hearts, super underrated. Lex Martin is such a fantastic writer. This is a yes. Sinners Consumed, Sinners Condemned, and Sinners Anonymous. All of these are yeses. I love this. This may be my favorite mafia romance. Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This is a yes. I really enjoyed it. The Villain Edit, this is a maybe. This is all about a reality TV star and how she gets the villain edit. I liked it. The audio was good. It's just not a favorite. Leave Me Behind is a maybe. I was going to give this a yes up until the last 150 pages, and it went downhill. I hated the ending so much. I was so frustrated, and that's why it's a maybe. Watch Me, this is a yes, times a million. I cannot wait for the next book. Everything she writes is gold. Glint and Guild, these are both maybes. I just haven't been loving this series as much as everyone else. I haven't even picked it up to continue it, and so I think the premise is really fun, and I like the characters okay. It's just not hitting the same way as I thought it would. The Nanny is Off Limits, this was maybe. This was super short and sweet, just not a masterpiece. Shield of Sparrows, yes, one of my top books of the year, so freaking good. My Silver Lining and Still My Heart by Laura Pavlov, these are both maybes. I'm not enjoying this series as much as the last series, but they're still solid romance books. Rebel Witch, this is a yes. This was the last book in the Heartless Hunter duology, the Crimson Moth duology, and I absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Rock Bottom Girl, this was a maybe. Not my favorite by Lucy Score. Save Your Breath by Candy Steiner, this was also a maybe. I still really liked it. I gave it 3.5, just not my favorite in the Kings of Ice series. Sunrise on the Reaping, a yes, 1000%, so freaking good. The Joker, King of Hearts, and Wildcard by Ashley Munoz. This is a maybe series overall. I read this because she's doing a 2nd gen, and I love her Stone Riders Motorcycle Club series. This one I didn't love near as much, so these are all maybes, but I am glad I read it for the spin-off series. Deep End by Allie Hazelwood is a no. I absolutely hated this. My Darling Mayhem by Ashley Munoz. I love this, so good. Down London Road, Until Fountain Bridge. These are a continuation of the On Dublin Street series, which I haven't read even though I've read the spin-off series. These were both maybes. They were solid, just not my favorites. Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This was absolutely yes. I love WWE and wrestling, so I thought it was super unique to have your romance hero like that. I ate it up. Wherever You Are, Whatever It Takes. 5 out of 5 across the boards. Both are yeses. The entire Addicted Calloway Sister series I reread. These are all yeses. Read them. I also reread the entire Shatter Me series. These are all yeses. Reread them. They are so freaking good. Scythe and Sparrow, this is just okay. I gave it a maybe. This whole series just wasn't my favorite, to be honest. Beautiful Exile is a yes. Absolutely ate it up. Loved it. I think this is my favorite in the Sparrow Files series so far. Merit is also a yes. I ate it up. I absolutely loved it. So good. The perfect conclusion to the Treasure Wildcat series. P.S. I Hate You. This was a maybe. I thought I was going to love it a lot more than I did. I still liked it. It just didn't hit the way I expected. The audio was really good though. The Favorites, absolutely loved. Yes, this is like Carrie Soto is Back meets the toxicity of Magnolia Parks, and I ate it up. Metal Slinger is not my favorite. I gave it a maybe. The ending, I thought, just came out of nowhere. I don't think it's a good twist if there's not build up to it at all. I just think it's lazy writing, and so that just really did not hit for me. Is she really going out with him? I gave this a maybe. Sophie Cousins books are hit or miss for me. Leather and Lark, I also gave this a maybe. It was good, it was solid, just good. A Sea of Unspoken Things, I did not like this as much as her last book. It was still solid and a good audio listen. It's just a maybe for me. The Fall Risk is a short story novella by Abby Jimenez. I absolutely loved it. It was a yes. I wish it was longer. Lights Out is a maybe. I didn't love this as much as I wanted to, but it's super funny and the audio was really good. Taming 7 is a yes for me. My favorite in the Boys of Tommen series. Redeeming 6 is also a yes. I really love this one too. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. This is just a maybe. I did not love it as much as I was expecting to after loving the first book. Two Can Play, an audiobook by Allie Hazelwood. It was super short and sweet and I absolutely loved it. Dead of My Soul, I feel like this is super unrated. It's like a darker version of the Clifton Forge series by Debney Perry. I ate it up. Butcher and Blackbird, again, this is just a maybe. Not my favorite, but a solid book. The Wrong Heart by Jennifer Hartman. I really enjoyed this. I think it's super emotional. It's a yes. Truth or Beard is a maybe. Not my favorite, but a solid romance book. Catch the Sun by Jennifer Hartman. I absolutely love this. This is a yes. I cried so hard. The Charlie Method is a no for me. It just did not hit the way that I wanted to. Ruthless Vows is a yes. I absolutely ate it up. It was so good. The perfect conclusion to the Divine Rivals duology. And that is the yes, no, maybe for every book I've read so far in 2025. Let me know what you think, if you've read any of these, how you felt about them. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.